Okay, this, of all the benefits, this is the most difficult one to explain. Because no customer is going to believe that we're just going to give them $500 more for their trade because we're charitable or benevolent or we suddenly become really nice people. They know better than that. So they have to understand the business reasons behind it. You made a great statement a second ago. You said, hey, we'll give you $500 more than Kelly Blue Book would. And you know what? We absolutely will. A dealer will pay a customer $500 more than book value, if you will, for several reasons. Number one, if they've had the vehicle serviced here the entire time, all the service records are in-house. That means that they know exactly what's been done to the car, so it will cost much less to recondition the vehicle because they won't do things that they otherwise would have to do to vehicles where they don't have any service history. So it lowers the cost of sale when the customer trades the car back into us. Number two, if they don't get trade-ins, they have to go to the auctions to buy the vehicles. When you're at an auction, and most of them are virtual auctions now anyway, first of all, you're watching a car on a computer screen trying to pass judgment on what condition it really is in. Secondly, you're bidding against hundreds of other people, which means if you win, that means you paid more for this car than anybody else on the planet was willing to pay for it. All right? So if you win it, you have to pay an auction fee. You have to pay to have it transported back to the dealership. Because you don't know the history, the reconditioning costs will be higher. And maybe more important than any other one thing is there is no story to this car. The salespeople can't say, hey Glenn, this car was owned by a previous customer. We've serviced it for the last 4 years. We know exactly how they took care of it. It is in spectacular condition, and that's not a guess on our part. We absolutely know. So when a salesman can tell that kind of story as opposed to, well, I don't know where this car came from. We bought it at auction. I mean, look, there's been major flooding in Texas this spring, right? We've all seen cars underwater. What happens to those cars? First of all, they will be totaled by an insurance company. You know what the insurance companies do with totaled cars? They normally ship them overseas. Okay? Like my wife's from Colombia. An Acura MDX in Colombia is about $108,000 because everything is literally taxed at almost 100% when it's imported down there. The Honda Accord is $60,000. Mazda 626 is $65,000. So what they do is they ship those. There's salvage yards all over the world that will buy these vehicles, and they fix them up. They make them look like new, and some of them trickle back. Let's see, do we have any people crossing our borders right now? Oh yes, lots of them. Well, guess what? Some of them bring cars that they purchased in other countries back, and it can look perfect on the outside, it can look perfect on the inside, but if it's been in a flood, that car is ruined. It's going to disintegrate in short order. So, the fact that we can tell a great story about the vehicle because we know the vehicle and we've known the vehicle for 3 or 4 or 5 years can make a huge difference to a prospective customer, which allows the dealership to sell it quicker and sometimes even make more money. So it behooves the dealer to what I call profit share with the customer by giving them $500 more than somebody else might for it. So that's the business reasons behind the $500 trade-in guarantee. And the customer has to understand the business reasons, or they're going to attach no value to it at all. Questions?
Glenn, please call
Yeah.
attention 170.
Matthew, you need us?
117.
Well, I was just here for the 2 o'clock session.
2 o'clock? It's a 2:30 session.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I'll get that.
Yeah, go ahead. Any questions?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to turn the camera around.
Oh.
Yeah. It's practice.
Need it.
It's
No, I don't
practice.
need it, but
No.
no, I have to practice this. Everything that you just said.
All right, I'll tell you what, we'll play it back.